Hey everyone, how are you? This time we have a capture of all my work. Above all, I want to show you Fox Girl's house. It's almost complete. It's the best it's ever gonna look. I'm not taking this from zero again. I don't even think I can remake this like this to look like this again. It's impossible. It's beyond me and I don't want to do it. Well, the updates come at the end of the month on the 30th. So you're gonna have to deal with it and admire my textures, which are cheap from the internet, and most of them had the free tag on them because I particularly searched for that. Eventually, I will probably make them myself, like grab the brushes in the drawing program or paint them as it is on paper and then transform them into a proper image for the internet and apply them in place of all these textures. But it's too much of hard work and it's really not worth it. Come on, look at the thing. Now you can see it from. So as things are going, we see the first level where we have the kitchen and the living room where most of the action happens. Here I had previously not built the hat hanger, but now I made it and we have the hat hanger. After the hat hanger, we can see a plant, which I'm not exactly sure how Fox Girl got it there because she's only been there for a month, 2 months, something like that, or around that length of time. But it's there and it looks good, so it's staying. There you go. We have a plant here. And on the other side where the kitchen is, we have the oven, which I'm still debating whether it looks right. And I totally have no heating system in this house. Yes, I need to build that. Damn it. I knew I forgot something. Okay, next, upstairs we have the dormitories. There's 2 beds. They look good because how else could they look? It's them taken from the internet. These from free websites, I think. I'm not sure. I think I found them for free on some whatever place. And I'm planning to use them because it's either this or drawing a brick and tracing over it. Because that's how I did before. Oh, now somehow has a motor scooter. Damn it. Do you hear the motor scooter? I don't, whatever. Yeah, so before I had with another cube for the pillow and 2 rectangles for the for the head of the bed and the latter side of the bed, and I just rounded the corners and added a blanket, and that was it. Yeah, you can do without all the fancy stuff, but if you can have the fancy stuff, why not? Why not give the fancy stuff what it deserves? And the drawers are from the program. It has these assets that you can use, and I wrapped my brain around how to use it, and I use it. And that is it for this level. We are moving on to the next level, the upper level, where it's absolutely empty because I have no idea what to place in here. To be fair, this house is way too big for Fox Girl. She's supposed to be a commoner, not some wannabe bourgeois. Then again, maybe her family history goes like this. She was once a bourgeois and then she was no longer because family lost some kind of fortune and now they're ruined. Anyway, this level is empty for now. Probably it's some kind of a storage room and it could go as a storage room, or maybe I will add some beds and make this some kind of a renting space just so they can rent the house because that's a way of making money. And her aunt that left her this house for inheritance, as an inheritance, did make money by renting the upper levels of the house. So there you have it. I actually would probably make a studio at the top where the roof is. I would like to have some musical instruments in there, broken and unusable, but to be fair, I don't have the patience to draw that. So I'll probably have some boxes and some ladders and a lot of things that you need in a house, but don't know where to place them. And there's of course the basement, because every decent house has a basement. About this basement, the basement is still empty. I intend to have here one of those material making easels or something like that. I'm not exactly sure how they call that. The one that makes wool, the one that makes rugs, and the one that makes cotton or whatever, not cotton. Well, maybe cotton too, why not? I'm plotting to make this little girl very industrious. For whatever reason, it's not necessarily gonna work. Most families did have these all in the house, so it's not exactly a disaster. It's still there. But I'm not gonna make that. If I'm making it, it's gonna be like for what, one scene, two scenes. It's too much hard work for a couple of scenes. I'll probably not do them. I'll just snap a picture or maybe just use a newspaper picture and photograph it and then place it inside the program, because that's also doable. And yeah, the sky is I don't know how to make it work. I want it to have a different tone, but this is the only tone I can get. And I have windows without glass. The easiest way to make the sun go through the window is to take out the glass. Not gonna trouble myself with anything else. That is the only thing I'm gonna do. Yes, so I'm still struggling with the colors. Overall, I want it to be less bluish, but because of the background, that's not really possible. Taking out a vegetation from this, it's like way too complicated, especially because there's not supposed to be any vegetation around this house. It's supposed to be in a street, end of a street, whatever. Yeah, there's no tree in there because it's not meant to be a luxurious space. It's just a place where people have to live because they have no other place to go. And I don't want her house to be very fancy, so the neighborhood isn't fancy either. But it's good. I mean, the people are okay. We have Millie there to help them out, and the purpose of the whole thing is to make everything work. Yeah, I don't know why I made these kind of decisions. There's supposed to be some sort of consistency, but actually changing the plot statement of this neighborhood. They are well off people, or decent well off people, and her house is just abandoned because no one's lived in it for a long time, and the lady was old and she couldn't take care of it. There you go. Now everything has logic, and she's making the house super pretty. So there you go. Yeah, and the pink color, that's a problem there because I had made the house yellow, but now it's pink. So whatever, it's pink house now. I'm doing fine about that. I'm fine with it. It's good. Pink house. Yes. So a lot of mistakes were made when I designed this house. I'm totally fixing. Maybe I'll manage to record myself doing the manner of the landlords because I haven't made it yet, and maybe I'll manage to record myself. I have been researching Victorian houses to an extent that I could probably buy one if I had. Yeah, they're cute, they're cool, they're sweet, and actually some of them are really ugly, but most are awesome. And I joined some Facebook groups and not much of Pinterest. Actually, Pinterest is not fond of that. Not fond of Pinterest actually, but I had to use it eventually. It was unavoidable, and I mean, I'm not proud of it. I'm actually quite unhappy with the fact that I gave in to that. Then again, yeah, maybe I will record the making of the manner. I'm not promising because my computer needs to survive the 3D program. And the 3D program takes a lot in terms of material. Burns my fingers when I hit the keyboards after working with textures, especially, but not necessarily only because of the textures. The rendering process, the live rendering is very difficult for the GPU, CPU, whatever functions there, both or neither. So I guess we'll end it here today. And just in case you are wondering, no, this is not the final image. It still goes to some processing. It is necessary. It has to happen. And I like it that way. I mean, I could freestyle the line art and slap it over, and that would save me some time, but I don't like the way the line art looks. It's a thing about it. Yes, there are ways to fix it. Yes, I know. Don't tell me I know. Didn't win me over. Also, I could do those, how they call them, what they call them. Yes, the freestyle pen, the animation stuff that you can draw with the pen on the 3D asset and make it have lines or give it personality or whatever. Yes, I know that's possible. It's a bit too complicated for me right now. My brain doesn't wrap around that one yet. It's a whole new beast to tackle, and I'm not in the mood. I have a comic to work on. Yes. So I am thinking of restructuring the way I work, like how I did the other comic, but I'm not sure if I can do it. I would need to spend a lot of time penciling on paper and then scanning that and placing it on the computer. And that was doable, but there's a big but here. It still needs to be refined, and that is so tackling. It bores me. But hey, it looks better, way better, and I'm not embarrassed about that. I like that. So maybe it will stay. Well, I have a lot of pictures on the computer right now with all of these images, and I don't feel like redrawing them all. So until I decide what to do next, until I exhaust all the pictures on the computer, you're stuck with this. This is staying. And there you go. Bye.